anyway. Okay, we're recording now. All right. Hi, everyone. So the point of this class, this is tips and tricks, and the point of this class is so that you see the tips and tricks that we put out on our social media for you to see them in action. Sometimes you read them and they're really great tips, but this is meant for people that are like me and they need to see it in action or to see kind of what things go with what. And so that's what this class is about. It's not meant to be anything that's long and strenuous, but just real quick blurbs. And again, at any time, Denise is here and she will be running the chat. So if I am on my screen sharing and I can't see something or I can't hear you needing something from me, just type it in and Denise is here for you, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and present. And I'm gonna present my entire screen because I have multiple tabs I'm gonna be going to. You'll see everything. Okay. So the document that we are on is this one right here. Okay. And this is the document that we post our tips to every single day. And so they're added here. So also throughout the week, instead of waiting for the class, if you ever want to jump on, you can see a PowerPoint version, a slide PowerPoint version of our tips as well. So you can keep this and use it throughout. So we are going to be actually on slide 13 where we're starting at. We have already had tips and trick classes for the ones after this slide deck or on the slide deck. And so the video is already created for this. So if you see something that you want on the bottom after slide 13, make sure to go back to those videos and we can help. Those can help you figure those tips out. Okay, so the first tip on slide 13 is you can take and link a Google Classroom post somewhere else. Because a lot of teachers, they may be housing all their information on one site for maybe all of 6th grade or maybe all of 2nd grade, or maybe they're doing a Google site and and having the directions so that parents and students know this is all the one-stop shop to go to. But where they're submitting the assignments is actually in Google Classroom. So you can actually copy the link and have that onto a Google or somewhere that you're housing your information. So to do that, it's really easy. You just go to an assignment, okay? And then right here it says copy link. If I click copy link, then that copies a link, a URL link, that I can then go and paste anywhere that I want. And that link is directly to your classroom, to that specific assignment. So that's how you do this first tip. We're going to move on to slide 12. Slide 12 is about scheduling posts in Google Classroom. So you can schedule posts. And one of the things that I like about this tip is that it gives you suggestions. So you can set reminders, say like, hey, I have office hours today at 8:30, make sure to come on. And so it can automatically populate at 8:10. Also, you can post a question every day. So maybe I know that some people are doing like fun questions. My daughter's class is doing like a would you rather. So every day they have a would you rather fun question that if they want to ask, they can. And so she schedules those. So and then of course the assignments, you can schedule the assignment. So when you're planning, you can put all those into your classroom, but they don't pop up until the day that you want them. And so if I go to classwork and I go to create an assignment and I go to the assignment, right here on assign, you can click on this drop down and schedule would be up there. And it would be up there if I add a title. So once I add a title, schedule will go ungray. So that is how you would schedule your Google Classroom. And I want to make sure that you note too that this right here is where you add topics. So you can add your assignment to a topic right here as well. Okay, moving right along. These next 3 slides, I want you to look at the different tech tips. Every Friday we put out a bunch of tech tips from our whole team. And so I want you to read over these tech tips right here. And I want you then to see if there's anything that you have questions over, or if there's something that you want to point out because you think it's a great tip. So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to go through these 3 slides and to read the different tips, and then see if you have something that you want to point out to everyone because you really like it, or if you have a question or you want some clarification.
So those are slides 9, 10, and 11, right, Christy?
Yes, they are.
Yes. Let's put the agenda in the chat again. I think these are fun because I try to figure out who's who on all of them. I haven't figured them all out yet.
I haven't either. Okay, so what was something that popped out to you that you really liked, or something that you still have a question about? For me, I'm going to share the one that popped out to me, and that was the one about creating a help Google form. And set your notifications so that every time it's filled out, that it dings into your email. And the reason why I like that tip is because even with my own daughter, we were working on our writing, and we were not doing a very good job. And instead of having to wait till 9 o'clock when she had virtual office hours, she had one of those help forms. I could have had her submit something, her question, and she could have been answered that day versus waiting a whole nother day until her teacher had office hours. So it's a great tip, and I really like that one for them. Anyone want to share, or they have clarifying questions?
Got the reteaching logic branching with the Google Forms. And then, Summer asked, how do you force copy a document? You want to show them how to do that?
Yes. Okay, so with any document that you have, so I'm just going to go into my my Google Drive, and I'm just going to open up the slides. And this doesn't have to be with slides. It can be with anything. So I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to take, and in the URL bar at the top, you see the word edit right up here. If I delete the word edit and I write the word copy, and then I copy that, so I'm going to copy that, and then I give that link out to anyone, they can have their own copy of this slide. And this is Miss Corey. She's an IS teacher at my school, Smith. And so she made those at-home ideas. And there you go. So it's a copy of it. So if anyone clicks on that link right there in the chat, then they will have a copy of that Google slide, and they won't have her original. And this works for a form, a doc, a slides, a sheet. I'm not sure. Denise, sheet, yes, too?
I think so.
Okay. There you go. So it works for anything. Okay.
Christy, show them how to archive assignments on Google Classroom.
Okay.
To clean up the classroom stream.
So to clean up the stream?
Yeah.
So like if it is an old assignment, okay, let's see. Okay, so if I click on the assignment and I click on this, nope, I did it wrong. I'm already at a loss of doing it wrong. Well, Denise, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I know how to archive a class. I'm not sure you can archive an assignment without deleting it.
This is why I let you do this part, because I'm not sure about that one either.
I don't think you can. I mean, I think the only way is to delete it. I don't think you can archive it. You can move it up or down, edit it, delete it, do the copy link, but you can only archive in classrooms, and you would archive the classrooms on the classes page right here. Yep, I don't think. I could be wrong, but I'm 95% sure that you can't archive a specific assignment. Denise, I'll keep going, and if you want to,
I'm Googling it right now.
Yeah, if you want to look at that, that'd be excellent. Perfect.
I'm looking it up.
Perfect. Okay, well, we are going to move on to slide 8. And slide 8 is the new integration with Google Meet into Google Classroom. And so what this does now is that Google Meet creates a unique code for your classroom, and it's their link so that if they need to go to Google Meets and have a Google Meet with you, it is embedded directly. And I actually probably butchered that way better. This PSA is a 3rd grader. His name's Bo. And it is actually really, really good. He did a great job explaining to you how to integrate Google Meet into Google Classroom. So if you want more information about how to do this, I would watch his video. He's very informative and very funny too. But let me show you let me go back to my classroom that I was in and show you where it comes right here. See right here, it says Meet Video Chat is now available. And so you can go to the settings and then you can just enable that if you would like to. One thing that we have seen as a drawback is that it's getting better. Every day it gets better and better, but it has a small lag where it closes, when the Meet closes from when it opens. So just make sure that you're the very last person in it and that a student isn't in it without you being there, okay? So that they started out with a 5-minute lag time, and they say that it's getting better and better. So that is something that they're working on. Another thing that you want to be just cautious of is if you have multiple classes, then it's a specific link for every single class. They're working on trying to get something where they would have more than one class get to have just one Google Meet code automatically into their Google Classroom. Those are things that they're working on. We know that there's kinks, but it's just really neat that they had that explanation, or that they had that addition. My daughter distracted me. Okay. Then, if we're moving right along, this is with Google Calendar. We actually had a Google Calendar class for the first time last week, I think. Last week. And it went really, really well, and people are really excited to learn more about Google Calendar. And through that class, we learned that they wanted some keyboard shortcuts. So these are keyboard shortcuts that you can, when you're into your Google Calendar, that you can use to be able to get around to the different views. These are, if I just want to view a day, I just want to view a month, a week, I can push these numbers and it automatically makes it where I just view that day or that week. And to get to your Google Calendar, if you already have your Google Drive opened, a really easy way to get to it is just the 9 square or the waffle, and then go to Calendar. That's a super easy way to get to your Google Calendar if you ever need to.
So Chris told me a cool tip a while back. When you're in your over there by your waffle, you can move the icons around.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
how do you do that?
Just click on them and move them around.
Oh, well, that's fun. So I use Classroom often, so I'll put that up there on my drive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
oh yes, and I use Sites a lot, so there we go. Okay, fun.
Yay, Chris Solis. He showed us that the other day.
That's a fun little tip. Okay, moving to slide 6. This is a new app that they created, that Google created, and I really enjoyed it. I just started looking into ways to use it, and then I've actually tried it out. So this right here is a hyperlink that takes you directly to this. It's a Chrome web app, but you don't have to do any kind of downloading to get there. It's just canvas.google.apps or apps.chrome. If you click on that hyperlink, it takes you straight there. But what I love about it is if you click new drawing, it has drawing features. So I showed this to an art teacher last week in one of my student creation classes, and he really enjoyed it because the different tools that it has are art and drawing tools. And so he thought that was really interesting and really fun, that they can kind of change things up. And it's not just your normal draw something. And they have even the custom palettes where they can put in the custom colors. And so it is fun. And so it's, I don't know, I thought it was really cool. He did too. And I could see really fun possibilities, not just, just drawing for fun type of things. But the reason why I also like it is because it saves automatically as an image. And so then it downloads right there as a PNG, and you can use it or put it anywhere you want. And then it houses, with the little house, all your different things that you did all right here. So it's kind of like a thing.
So the question is, how is this like Google Drawing?
Yes.
It is, but it's a little bit different too.
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies. So could students use this to respond to like a Google slide or something that we have, like in our Google Classroom?
Yes. Yes. The only thing that and it's brand new, so this is the reason they're going to make it better and better probably, is that it does not give a link for it just yet. The only thing it gives is to save it as an image. So if they were to save it as an image, then they have to actually go into Google Classroom or something, and they would have to turn it in. So yeah, with the Google Drawings, you can just have them make a copy and it would be easier. But the features that, especially for art teachers, that it has on here, he said it outweighed that. Like he would rather them use this and then save an image because of the different types of art features that it has. So that is something. But for the kids, especially now, I mean, it's a fun little place where they can add different things and it collects them as they do it. So as they do more and more art projects, they save in their home. And so it's a fun way for them to see that. So anyways, and they can write on top of something just like Google Drawings as well. And it's something new that just came out, and I'm sure they're going to, just like any Google tool, they're going to keep making it better and better as they bring it out. All right, the next one is a fun little unit review. And if you click on the image, it takes you to a forced copy of an activity. So this is what it takes you to. It makes you force a copy. And once you force the copy, then it drops into your Google Drive, but then it also gives you a template for to create any kind of unit study that you want. So it gives you this template already ready to go, where you can kind of say sketch and tell, elevator pitch, index card. So it gives you review ideas already there. So you just insert the content, and the activities are already put in place for you. So it even tells you, like, if they were to draw one sketch and tell, this is where they could draw that sketch and tell. So everything's done for you. You just add in the content. So
I'm sorry. I'm a first grade teacher. For like that review right there, sketch and tell, could we do possibly just trying to think off the top of my head for little friends. Maybe like a vocabulary word, and they can draw like the picture of what they think it means, and then like their meaning, something like that, like social studies wise or
Yep. And this was they can use I don't know if you know, but they can use this line right here, and they click on the little drop down, and if they go to scribble, then they can draw whatever they want. I obviously like drawing hearts right now, but they can draw hearts or whatever they want, and they can use that scribble tool.
Oh, and I bet they'll love being able to choose their colors too.
Yes, and they can choose their colors and all that. But right there, it's just line, and they click on that little drop down arrow and hit scribble. And they might do like a fun, like quick video of you explaining that real quick, but it's not a hard thing. It's just something that they might not have known.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. So that's a fun little unit review already ready for you to go. We try to make sure to do one template every week. So there was a template in the last week, and it was templates for consistency for you to give the information out for kids. And so it had templates already ready to go for slides for you to insert your content in the different activities so that the kids have the activities all in one place. Even though we're putting them in Google Classroom, we're encouraging them also to make kind of a slide deck where they say, here is everything laid out with instructions, because that's also helpful for the kid for doing a checklist, or for the parent or the guardian to help them try to figure it out. So they're not having to scaffold through Google Classroom or Seesaw for younger group as well. So those are also there at the bottom for your tech tip. But we like to do a template once a week for you to have for something. So the last Friday, we were actually did a few more because we want to try to catch up. Every Monday we do these classes, and we do them from the tech tip from the week before. And so last Friday we had our tech tip from our team, but instead of doing a different idea, I want, you can read these over, but I want to highlight big ideas that the team had said, and then also for you to see that we have classes for these tips that they actually said. So one of them said to do cross-curricular activities, because some of the kids are having to do work when they could do work for the same thing. So for example, in second grade, they're learning arrays, and they're also learning about natural resources for social studies. So instead of doing arrays and a separate assignment for natural resources, they could find arrays around their house made of natural resources, and then make an array out of it, and then say their number sentence of their array, and then why that is a natural resource or made from natural resource. So an example, which would be really fun for them, is they could find pencils. So maybe they found 6 pencils around their house, and they could do 3 rows, 2 in each row. 3 times 2 is 6, and then they could say that pencils are made from wood, and wood is a natural resource that we can find and chop up and make pencils. So it's a thing to think about of making sure that we're doing activities that we could utilize TEKS that they're studying already to make it easier for the kids and more meaningful as well. There is a class on cross-curricular activities this week. So check that out in the professional learning links that you have. Another thing that a tech tip for a big idea is to create video or audio tutorials for directions. And so I've seen people, especially for the younger kids, they're confused about what to do, and they need more specifics. And so just creating a quick, simple 1 to 2 minute video talking about the directions are super helpful for these students. And also, if you don't want to create a video, you can create audio tutorials, and you can put them directly into Google Slides. And you can do this by using Vocaroo.com and typing or saying your directions, and then downloading it, and then you can put it directly into your Google Slides. So if I were to put it into my Google Slides, I would say insert, and I would say audio, and I can choose that file that I downloaded from iVocaroo. And so the kids can click on that little audio button anytime and they can hear your voice with more specific directions. I have a teacher that is doing this and the students are finding it super, super, super useful. And it also eliminates less questions for her as well. And we actually have a class on creating videos as well this week. And the last big idea from our tech tips from our team is during live lessons to provide a way to interact with your students. So some of this, some ideas or examples could be using Jamboard, and Jamboard is found in your Google Drive. You can use Padlet walls to develop ideas or for them to create videos, or you can do Pear Decks where the kids can interact and they can ask questions and they can answer them. So all of those are great ideas to use so that they're not just coming to you and saying, hi, what's up? And they're just kind of getting information and not interacting or having what they would normally do, that back and forth big ideas. So, and there is a class on this, and this is Next Steps with Google Meets. And that is also a class offered this week as well. So that is all for our big ideas. And these are these big ideas were found on slides 3 and slides 4. So now in our class, we just open it up to you and any kind of questions that you may have that are things that you're needing tips for. So maybe you have an idea and you're like, ooh, I don't really know how to make this work. Do you have a tip for it? Or if you're wanting to just questions that you need a quick answer for. So we're done with our the part where we go over the tips from the week, and we're going on to our interactive part where you get to name the thing you need a tip for.
Well, it's kind of like a clarifying question. If we wanted to, I guess, email you or I guess our tech person too, where we could do one of these like step by step with one, like kind of like a make and take, but like more individual where we can go step by step, because I'm taking notes, but there are times when I actually get to like try to do a slide or something and I'm like, I forgot. So is there like a session like that coming up where we can do like a one-on-one, or is that just like emailing our specific person instead of time?
Yes. So I've been working, I work one-on-one. Like I've worked with 3 of the teachers that I serve today, just one-on-one. So one-on-one with your instructional coach would be the best, but we know that always can't happen. So we also have office hours at 9 and 1 every day. And that's also on that professional learning thing, that document that Debbie sends out. And so that also is an option as well. So you have 2 options.
Okay, yay, because one of the Google Calendar, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm monopolizing the conversation. I added the calendar, so now I don't need to go to, so will it show up, because when I go to my Google Calendar, it'll show me the different sessions, but will it also show me your instructional hours like you just said, if it was part of that link?
Denise, on the Google Calendar, is the office hours on that Google Calendar? I'm not sure. That one.
Let me look. That's okay.
I am not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's on this. This is the document that Debbie Tan sends out. This right here, and it is on there. It's under where we have all of the right here, instructional technology live office hours.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's right here, and it's the first live office hours with all of the curriculum departments office hours. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's on the calendar, Christy.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Chris. It's off on the calendar. There you go. Yeah. Anything else? You need a tip for this, or you're not sure how to work something, or anything? Well, thank you all for coming today. And we are going to stop the recording. However, we're going to be on here until the last person leaves. So if you want to stay on and you have questions that you want to ask as people are leaving, feel free to. Thank you so much for coming, and we hope that you were able to learn something and get a tip that you can start using in your class.
I did have a question, and I didn't know if somebody